Hello everyone, it is Ken Chrysler here and welcome to another episode of FLH. We are on the road to WrestleMania and we are kicking things off with me. That is right, I am here. Yeah, I have some stuff to say. And it's very important. I will go ahead and tell you that ahead of time. It is extremely important what I am going to tell everyone here tonight. You didn't expect this, did you? Hello everyone, my name is Ken Chrysler, and I am the greatest commentator of all time. And I am also the manager for the greatest world champion of all time. And we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. That is right. But that road is going to get bumpy because we have two major problems. See, Newson and me are here to save not only this brand, but we're here to save the United States of America from two different superstars. Let me first of all start off by saying this. I have trashed the beige cowboy for quite some time, and he deserves all the insults he gets. But at WrestleMania, I challenge him for the United States Championship. Because it's one thing to talk about the cowboy, but it's another thing to give him a beat down and take his title. He is the worst representation for the United States. He cannot represent us. You need a true champion. And I will be your champion when I defeat the beige cowboy. As for the other person, the other elephant in the room, that would be Mobster X. Now, a lot of you all may like this guy because he comes off as, hardcore and he does whatever he wants. But he's not a good guy. He's not a good guy at all. And Newson has to stop him. I'm going to save the United States. Newson is going to save the world from him becoming world champion because he is a terrible person. Now, for this next promo, I spoke to my lawyers before I came out here tonight, and I was advised, just for my safety, to use the word allegedly because I am going to bring up some serious allegations against Mobster X. He has tons of secrets, and these are all allegations. I didn't say they were true, but I think the locker room knows the truth. I think his family knows the truth. So I'm going to use all of these things that I have gathered, because I'm a journalist also. I'm not just a commentator. I'm an expert journalist. And I am going to tell you about all of these allegations against the number one contender. So allegedly, Mobster X was a vigilante who had no respect for the men and women in blue and took the law into his own hands. On multiple occasions, he attacked the innocent because he believed they were guilty. And on one occasion, allegedly, Mobster X and his crew beat down a man that was charged with a crime he did not commit. A horrific crime, by the way, but did not commit because evidence proved later that the DNA was not at the scene of the crime. They beat him to death, allegedly. Another thing is, allegedly, he is a crappy father. He let his sons, including his godson mentally, party at the age of 13. They were throwing parties with narcotics, with alcohol, and even women were at the parties. I want to tell you the truth about this man. I want to tell you the truth about him. He also disowned his friend Jimmy. That's why Jimmy hasn't been on 22. Let's just say that he didn't approve of Jimmy's man, Jimmy Peacock. He didn't approve of his man. But instead of having just a disagreement or just saying, oh, I just don't agree with you on that, he disowns his friends allegedly. Another thing is he treats people of faith poorly. You've seen this with Rico. This, once again, is allegedly. And one of the most sickest things of him is he has cheated on his wife, allegedly, with multiple women, and he's 50. The women that he cheated with were in their 20s. And sometimes he would have his wife cook them food. This is the type of person that you think is some tough guy, some good guy, but he is not. And whether you like me or not, that's okay. But he is a terrible person. And he has to be stopped. Because if he gets the world title, he gets the spotlight. And he cannot have the spotlight ever again. So I bring up all these allegations, and they are just allegations, but my sources know the truth. The locker room knows the truth, and his family knows the truth. So if he wants to come down here and say something to my face, say it. Because I'm not even afraid of you anymore, because I'm going to stand up to anyone that goes up against Newson Baratheon. And here we go. Just when I was making my big announcements and exposing the truth, here he is. Yeah. You know I'm right about everything. This guy right here, it seems like Newson is the moral high ground. Because everybody that goes up against Newson, minus the Blue Neck, is nothing but scum. I want to put that on the record. Every single one of them, except for this man's son, is nothing but scum. And we're going to hear from this guy here tonight. Wow. That must be your best work. You went from a commentator to being a journalist that digs up dirt on people. And you keep on using the words allegedly, allegations. Well, I'll say it right to your face. Everything you said is true. Everything. My question is, what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do nothing. You're going to sit here and you're going to watch me talk down to you. That's what you're going to do. You can act like a tough guy. I'm going to break every bone in Newson's body at WrestleMania. He will never wrestle again when I am done with him. And you just made things worse for him. Tonight, he's also going to be punished because I have set up a match for him for the main event. And he's going to be punished over the course of the next couple weeks till we get to Mania. But you're trying to get the crowd on your side. You're trying to get society on your side. Trying to bring up all of my wrongdoings as if I care. Because my question to everyone that has a problem with all my wrongdoings is, what are you going to do about it? You're going to do absolutely nothing. And at WrestleMania, your boy's going to suffer. I'm going to torture him. And you're going to sit there and watch. And I'll look at you, and I'll look at you with the same question that I'm giving you tonight. What are you going to do about it? Tonight, though, Newson will have his first test. And a lot to take in there, but we are going to have a number one contender for the tag titles. Of course, Gorgie and Lurtz Nick hold those titles currently, but we're going to have these 8 contenders. And also, we are going to have a big 5-man match for the number one contender for the IC title. Also, and then our main event, Newson's going to go up against somebody. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but it's whoever Mobster picked. And I have already made my challenge to the Beige Cowboy for the U.S. Championship. That is right. I am going to take him down. and I am going to save America. That is what I'm going to do come WrestleMania. I'm not doing this for the title. I'm doing this to save the United States from the beige cowboy. I am sick and tired of his games. And at WrestleMania, his games are going to be over with. He took a U.S. championship from Newson, and I'm going to make him pay. I guarantee you that. And of course, Mobster wants to be a complete smarty pants. That's okay. He'll pay at WrestleMania as well. So, but also tonight we are going to be determining two big matches for WrestleMania, and that is going to be for the tag titles, which this match will determine. We got the Moss family. We got the Walrus Party. We have Colin and Paul working together. And here's the biggest surprise. William and King Giant. So some pretty big super heavyweights there. Trying all four of these teams are trying to get a shot. And this is going to be a big match tonight because we're officially on the road to WrestleMania. Nothing is stopping us now. And we're almost done with the season. It's been a heck of a season. And a lot of surprises. We got to talk about the Rumble, of course. And the winner of the Royal Rumble being Mobster X. Unfortunately. That was very unfortunate that he won. But he did come in at number 30, which was even more unfortunate. But yeah, it's going to be one of the toughest challenges yet, for sure. And Newson is going to have his hands full. And this guy does not care. He doesn't care about any integrity whatsoever. And I've preached that Newson has become the moral high ground. I mean, he went toe-to-toe with Aiden Wallace, Vicious Swag, Beige Cowboy, ZQ. That is 4 degenerates. And the only one he didn't go up against that wasn't a degenerate was the Blue Neck. And I think those have been all of his opponents this year. And he's beaten them all. Because Newson does have the moral high ground, and so do I. And at WrestleMania, we are going to prove why evil never wins. And anyway, let's get back to this. A crazy one. This is an elimination too, so if you're not careful, it could end up being a 2 versus 1 match, which is never fun. And William tearing up the announce table. Of course, we're going to have a 5-man shovel match, sponsored by Shovelstone, of course. That is going to be one of our biggest matches of the night. That's going to be for the number 1 contender for Paul Weiss's title. Oh my goodness, Wolf just connected a big kick to the face on William. And the Moss family's going to try to win tonight. After they got embarrassed. ZQ got embarrassed at the pay-per-view. He was just a laughing stock. He did get a point, but in the end, Newson prevailed. And now he's back to going for the tag titles. And of course, he's going to have to get through some teams as well. And 2 new teams formed here. Well, Colin and Paul have a history. But King Giant and William, that's a crazy team. So we'll see how they stack up against one another. But basically, it's 8 heels. So it's 8 heels, and whoever's going to win is going to face the MW. And of course, G's brother, Gugas, is now captured, and he is at WrestleMania. So they are in the process of building a time machine, which could be extremely dangerous. And if they're successful, then anything could happen. And that's why they have to be stopped at WrestleMania. So we also have that storyline going on as Peyton Bruce is trying to build a time machine to prevent his mother's death. Of course, he's working with Melissa, which Melissa is going to try to bring Mike back. All of these are bad ideas because they don't know what they're dealing with. They're running out of time, first of all. The other machine that apparently took place was built over time. So, I don't know what's going on here. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not worried about it. All right now I'm worried about is saving America from the beige cowboy. That's the only thing that's my concern right now. And you could say I'm being self-centered, but I'm looking out for everyone. I'm looking out for every man, woman, and child. We have to stop the cowboy. We have to stop it. King Giant slamming Ted there, and look at ZQ attacking the Giant. They were working together, but it looks like it's every team for itself here. But all these 8 people are declared heels. Most of them have always been heels, with the exception of Ted, who just went crazy after he couldn't get the U.S. title. Well, I'm going to get it this time, Ted. And then you can get mad all you want that a commentator has your belt. And that's the first elimination. It's already one elimination. Looks like it's Kong Chain. Yep, Kong Chain's the first one out. And so Paul Weiss is alone here, which doesn't always matter because he could get lucky. And look at Wolf Moss trying to squeeze the life out of Aiden Walrus. Hopefully he does. Not that I like Wolf Moss, because I don't. I got a lot of enemies. A lot of my enemies are just jealous because they don't have my commentator abilities. So that's why I have some of them. And there goes ZQ. So ZQ falls right on his back. And now going for the pin. Wow, he just got right back up from that and eliminates William. Wow. So William already eliminated. That was really quick. And we'll see where Wolf Moss falls here. And he somehow kicks out. So the Moss family looking really good here. And so is the Walrus Party. But anything can change. And a kick out there from Ted. And look at King Giant, a pedigree to Wolf Moss. And ZQ's going to be right on that. Not even going to give the Giant a chance to get a 1. Look at Wolf Moss trying to squeeze the Giant. Man, he's got to really wrap his hands around that. That's a lot to wrap your hands around. That is going to be a tough submission, and there's no way he's going to pull that off. It's just it's just almost impossible to submit King Giant with a bear hug. And yeah, Wolf Moss paid the price because he's been eliminated. And right now, the Walrus Party looking really good here. They're the only team with 2 people left. All the other teams have 1 person left. And Ted led with the chair shot. Look at these chair shots here. And look at Aiden here going for the pin. And a kick out there by Paul. And Ted and Paul Weiss with a kick out. Wow. Paul Weiss just throwing people. And this is all for the #1 contender for the tag titles. So if you win, you get to go to WrestleMania. It's a big deal. Tonight we're going to reveal 2 more people for WrestleMania. So I'm super excited for that. And of course, my match has been announced as I will go up against. I don't ask for much. I didn't get a raise this year. This is the least that the GM can do. He's got his hands tied anyway. He's got a lot on his plate with all this stuff going on with Peyton Bruce. And maybe we're going to get, I don't know what we're going to get at the end of this. But I don't know what to expect from the main event promo. And Aiden Walrus getting right out of that. Paul Weiss almost delivered. Oh my goodness, look at Paul. And Ted led. Has pinned ZQ, so the Moss family has been eliminated. It just their luck continues to be horrible. And they're starting to get that 2K luck, which they deserve. That's what they get for messing with Newson and me. And look at King Giant delivering a nice pedigree there. And Aiden Walrus didn't even pay attention, and now his 2 versus 1 strategy is over with. So now it's a triple threat, which I prefer. But that was a big mistake by Aiden Walrus. He could have broke up that pin, but he wasn't paying attention. And that is devastating. King Giant, of course, him and Aiden had a little back and forth. So just because all these guys are heels doesn't mean they get along. Heels cannot get along with one another. Sometimes faces can't. So look at Paul Weiss trying to weaken the Giant. Of course, they used to work together. And look at Paul Weiss here, slamming Aiden Walrus. What a slam. And the Giant's not even going to give him a chance to put in a nice high-flying move. So it's going to be one of these 3. Their team is going to go up against the MW. MW holding a lot of gold right now. And Paul Weiss has been eliminated. So now it is the wannabe president versus the wannabe king. Who's going to win? And look at the king with the spine buster. Oh my goodness, what a spine buster. And it is over. So it's going to be King Giant and William versus the MW at WrestleMania. And that is going to be a unique match because we really haven't seen these two team up. And they're extremely super heavyweight. Super heavyweight class. So they're going to cause Lurtz and Gorgie some problems for sure. But let's go ahead and get to our shovel match. It's going to be these five. Of course, Bobby came back at the Royal Rumble. He needed some extra work for all those kids he has and all those truck payments he has. Has a lot of truck payments. Four-wheeler payments, rifle payments, a lot of payments. And, you know, all those blue-collar jobs aren't going to cover all those payments. But anyway, it is a shovel match. Of course, you know they're going to grab the steps. Despite it being a shovel match, they should get disqualified, but you know it's going to happen. But this should be a shovel match here. And Rico's grabbing the first shovel. Of course, Rico returned after a bad injury at the Royal Rumble as well. And there was some crazy returns. Old Twig, Kenzile being another one. And, yeah, so some four big, crazy returns. We kind of expected Rico to return because we knew he was coming back. We just didn't know when. So this is going to be an Extreme Rules. The winner will face off with Paul Weiss for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Look at Rico slamming Bobby. Of course, our main event tonight, Newson's going to take on a mysterious opponent. We don't know who it's going to be, but Mobster X has set it up. And, yeah. Who knows who it's going to be yet. Well, Mobster X is going to try his mind games. He's a master manipulator. Of course, I've talked about some of the horrible things that he has done. He's not a good father. He's not a good godfather. He raised mentally. And it's a wonder that mentally didn't turn out worse, but it's a good thing that he has some morals at least. And you saw how the Blue Neck acted for a while. And Gory X, yeah, he is basically like father, like son. And Malcolm, you know, Malcolm's the nicest one that really never had a lot of issues with his arrogance, but this man is just, he shouldn't even be on here. He's too old for this. He cannot compete with the greatest world champion ever. Let's just face the facts. And he has no good morals at all. He doesn't care about any of you all. I can guarantee you that. He is a selfish man. He's only loyal to people who have been loyal to him. He won't, try to form any other alliances. He doesn't like certain superstars. A lot of superstars in the locker room can be a witness to what I'm saying. And he'll admit to it. That's the worst part about it. He doesn't deny anything I say, which I've never seen anyone like that. So Newson and I are going to have to come up with a game plan of how we stop this man from winning the world title. He doesn't deserve it. But anyway, we got Billy Stone here too. He arrived. I forgot to mention him. Billy Stone, of course, he's part of this shovel match, trying to promote his shovels and his Shovel Stone Incorporated, which is it's become big, gotten really big over this past year, and it's winter's coming up, so make sure you have your shovel ready. You don't know what you're going to have to do. You don't want to have to dig out the snow with your boots. Okay, that's just dumb. So he's offering his buy one, get one half off on shovels. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this has become. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Of course, we had some crazy rumbles. We had some really crazy rumbles. Some shocking moments in all the brands. All the brands really brought their A game. I thought the world title matches were really good. I thought those were the best. Minus the one where there was completely, there was one that was just completely a landslide. But we had some really good ones, and we had some very great moments in the Rumble. So I thought we did really good for what we had. And of course, a lot of rumors going around that one of the brands is going to shut down. And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen next year? Or next season, whatever. And look at the submission. Locked in on Billy Stone. Oh, man. Good getting out of that. And of course, they're using the steps. It's a shovel match, but they're just obsessed with the steel steps. I've never seen anything like it. It's an obsession. It needs to die already. I mean, they need to make it where you cannot lift those steps. Because we're sick and tired. They don't do hardly anything. Hardly anyone ever gets a hit with them. It's very unlikely. I mean, they're so heavy, by the time you swing it, you get your head kicked off. And Billy Stone. Oh, man, he just got a pedigree. Billy Stone's in trouble. He might be the first one eliminated. And a good kick out there by Billy. Billy really doesn't have a shot here. And he's just going to hope that he can survive this. Because he is outmatched by all four people. And Rico just slammed him again. Just play dead, Billy. And honestly, minus Billy and Daniel, I think the Freak, Rico, and Bobby would be a great matchup against Paul Weiss. Of course, Paul Weiss won the Intercontinental title. I believe he beat William for it. He's going to get a tag title shot at WrestleMania, and that's official. And Bobby with the nice kick out there. Daniel going to try to get a pin on Rico, and Rico kicks out. Now, I don't know what Billy Stone's doing. He's just trying to maintain himself. He's taking, so much. Yeah, you think you're going to get a scissors kick? No way. Not in that crowded ring, especially when they keep on putting the steps in the ring. Use your shovels, boys. And Rico dropping Daniel on the ropes. Daniel punching Bobby in the back. Who's going to get eliminated first? the Freak trying to get a pin, and he's got it. So Billy, of course, the first one out. It's a shame. It's his own match type that he created for these other four, and it just backfired against him. I don't even know why he wanted to be a part of it, as this is a shovel match. And there's nothing but shovels underneath Bobby. Yeah, Bobby's disappointed. He wanted something else. Well, there's no beer under there, Bobby, that's for sure. No beer for you. And Rico's really taking advantage of these shovels. Man, struck Daniel in the head. Bobby, Bobby's got the steps. Yeah, just like I said, I tell these people and I tell these people. The steps will never help you. It's very rare. Every once in a while you'll get a shot, but it's not worth how many times you get hit over it. It's just not worth it. Oh man, Daniel just got caught off guard there. He was just running around and he just ran into a spine buster. Almost got eliminated. And Daniel could really use this opportunity. I mean, he is just, like always, not doing good. Just trying to steal other people's girlfriends. That's about all he does. And Rico has, oh no, Bobby pins Rico. My bad. Bobby threw Rico. And Rico's been eliminated, so he was probably favored to win, and the Freak is just getting clobbered with shovels. My goodness. I don't know what Bobby's doing. The way he's walking around, I think he is drunk. It is a possibility. Because why would you go all the way around? I want a breathalyzer for Bobby Joe Warner. That is what I want. Why would you go all the way around? That makes no sense. And now he's going to do it again the other way. Oh, okay. That time, okay. Uh-oh. Daniel versus Bobby. That's the cool thing about the shovel match. Especially when two people are swinging shovels at one another at the same time. And Daniel's been eliminated. And we are down to 2. The Freak versus Bobby. Mr. Black was actually supposed to be in this match, but we switched him out for the Freak. To give the Freak an opportunity, if he can beat Bobby here, that is. And Bobby's very strong. He doesn't seem sober, but he works even better when he's not sober. Bobby. The Freak throwing Bobby back in. Let's see if he can get in the ring this time. He kind of got stuck in a glitch. And oh my goodness, that was perfect. Bobby was about to choke slam the Freak. And the Freak saw it coming and gave him a pedigree instead. And the Freak wins. That was so close. If Bobby would have connected that, it would have been over for the Freak. But the Freak's going to WrestleMania. And he's going to face Paul Weiss. So, Intercontinental title match is official. That is going to be good. Very good match. And now it is time for our main event of the night. Good luck, Newson. I don't know what trap Mobster X has tonight for you, but it's probably, you know how he is. Be prepared for anything. It can't be the Freak. So, could it be Mr. Black? Could that be perhaps the matchup that we're going to see here? And the world champion is here. He's still here. He's been world champion all of 23. Just been an incredible title run. Held the U.S. title shortly, but still the world champion, and that's all that matters. And Mobster X is going to try to do as much damage as he can tonight to weaken the champ. And we'll see who he's facing off with. Oh, great. Oh, no. Well, if you didn't see the Rumble, he returned. And his name's Kenzile, even though I think they pronounced it wrong. I think it's supposed to be Z-I-L-E. We're going to have to talk about the interns again. But Kenzile is here. And he is a crazy. And we haven't seen him since 17. I believe 17 was the last time we saw him. Blue Neck basically finished him, and now he's back again. And this guy is probably crazier than Mobster X, and he's extremely dangerous. So Newson's got to be extremely careful here, because this man is, this guy is a warrior. He is a warrior. He is a soldier. All he knows is death. He was a soldier in the Middle East. He fought a bunch of bad people, and he's from that part of the region as well. And yeah, I don't know all about him, but he's pretty mean. He's a pretty mean guy. He has no mercy for his enemy. Does not believe in due process. Destroys anyone in his path. And he's highly trained, so Newson's got to be careful. Newson trying to knock him down and finally gets him on the ground. And the size difference is just, and the weight difference is crazy here. Newson, of course, a cruiserweight. Kenzile is a super heavyweight. And, of course, he is ticked. And already going for the pin here. Oh my goodness, using his head as a weapon. And now mocking Barafia. He's a jerk. I don't know a lot about his backstory. I think I'd studied him before, but it's been since like 17. But I believe he is from Syria, and he fought a bunch of like radicals over there, and a bunch of other people around the Middle East as well. So he's a soldier. He has no mercy for his enemies. And this is just not good. Because now he's in this ring and he is beating on Newson. And Newson's not used to this type of warfare here that this man is putting him through. He's extremely dangerous. And I thought the Blue Neck got rid of him, but he's back. He got rid of him for a few years, but he's back again. And he gets right back up. He is a warrior. Slams Newson. He did have some dealings with Mobster X. I don't know what their relationship is now, but people have considered him worse than Mobster X. He just doesn't run his mouth as much. He's just more brutal. And Kenzile going for a pin, and Newson kicks out. Thank goodness. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And Kenzile using that hockey stick. Look at this. And Newson's trying to take him down. He's struggling to even get him on the ground. It's like usually that kick would knock you to the ground. It did not knock him to, look, didn't knock him to the ground. Newson's going to try anything he can And Mobster X is doing this to weaken Newson, and he's going to try to destroy him to make the WrestleMania an easy win for him. That's his goal. He wants to break Newson physically and mentally. And we've seen a lot of shovels tonight. Too many, if you ask me. And this is Falls Count Anywhere. And look at Newson. Good delivery there. And throws Kenzile back into the ring. And uh-oh. Yeah, Newson trying to use his ropes, but he turned his back on him. Oh, my goodness. And he's squeezing the life out of Newson's head. Gonna squeeze it like a lemon. And now going for the steps, of course. Of course he is. What a surprise. The obsession with the steps continues. Hopefully in 24 it will stop. And look at Kenzile slamming Newson. Newson's just got to stick in there. He's got to hang on. Newson going to the top. He's going to try some. Oh, man, and that was a big miss. And Kenzile whacks him across the face. Oh, my goodness. And he's got the bat. That man should not be allowed to have a weapon in his hand. Because look at this. And this is the strategy of Mobster X. To beat his opponent before WrestleMania. It's just disgusting. And look here. Oh my goodness, thumb to the neck. And somehow Newson gets out of it. More bat shots. And Newson using the ropes. That time he can get him down. Has to use as much power as possible. Now Newson giving Kenzile a taste of his medicine. And look here. Just the strength is outmatched. It is outmatched. And that's a point for Kenzile. He's making it look easy. And Newson with a great counter that time. Good counter there by Newson. He needed it. Now planning something big here. And he's got a finisher. And the good pin combo. And still not good enough. And look at Newson charging and misses. Oh, man. And he landed badly. Oh, he landed badly. He's got to connect those. Come on, Newson. We talked about the steps, and that's how you use them. That is how you use them, ladies and gentlemen. How hard is it? How hard could it be? And he gets a point, too. How about that? That is how you properly use the steps. Take notes. And he used them properly again. Kenzile looking for more weapons. And it is 1-1. And Newson, landed back first. Oh my goodness. Oh, he landed hard. Oh, really? And Kenzile defeats the world champion. So how good does that look for Newson? And Newson fell hard. He missed the high flying move. That was twice he missed that. And Kenzile takes advantage and wins. And this does not look good for Newson. This guy, I've never seen nothing like him. And we know how dangerous he can be. Oh my goodness. And now it is time for the main event promo. And we are going to hear from the GM. The GM is here to talk to everyone, to give us an update of what's going on. Lot went down. Of course, G's brother is with him now and assisting Peyton Bruce in creating a time machine. Now, this could lead to many bad things. But we're about to hear from the GM and get an update of what is going on around here. And, yeah, it's been crazy. Hello, everyone. It's Mentally, the GM of FLH. And I have an important announcement to make. The assistant manager's brother is now working with Peyton Bruce. The only reason he's doing this is so he can save his brother's life. But what I need to inform you on is that they are building a time machine. The purpose of this time machine is to save Peyton Bruce's mother from her death. And Melissa's also involved, and she's going to try to save Mike. And I miss Mike a lot, but they do not know what they're doing. They are not capable of what they are about to do. And I don't even know if Melissa should even trust Peyton Bruce. But I will tell you this. I have questions. I did talk to the assistant GM's brother, and he mentioned an acronym. JEFF was the acronym. It was some sort of movie television production place. If anyone has information about this place, because this place, the records are gone, the place burnt down, no one knows anything. I've looked up all kinds of stuff online, and this was before the internet was even big. So there is no information about JEFF Productions. If anyone has any tips or anything that they can give me so I can figure out the truth, please let me know. I need anyone's help. Anyone in the locker room. Anyone. If you know what I need or can give me some sort of a clue, your help would be appreciated. And who's going to help our GM out? What an entrance. Who is it? Really? You think you're The Rock? Really? Oh my goodness. You are delusional. Nothing has changed, has it? And here comes the old twig, who, by the way, came back at the Royal Rumble, and now he's here, and I don't know what he's going to say. Here we go. Hey, kid. I know you probably didn't expect me, but I've been around for a long time, even before the internet. I knew a guy that worked for JEFF Productions. Only ran into him a couple times. But after the place burnt down, he was institutionalized. And then years later, apparently he was released, according to some people that I knew in town. Maybe I can get you to talk to this guy. He might know something. But I need to warn you, he might not be in the right state of mind. He spent years in that hospital. And I don't know why he went to that hospital. But ever since that place burnt down, it drove him up the wall. So, if you need help getting to the bottom of this, I'm your best source. And I'm here to help, for once.